I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
Things have gone way too far between Iman Shumpert and Aaron, and no one could have predicted how violent this feud would get. What started as silent tension suddenly exploded into one of the most shocking and bloody fights we've seen involving public figures. The scene quickly turned into chaos, and people at the event were absolutely horrified. Security rushed in, but not before serious damage had been done. There was blood, screaming, and disbelief as these two men went head-to-head in a brutal physical clash. Teyana Taylor, who was nearby at the time, was left traumatized by what unfolded. It's being said she couldn't hold back her emotions after seeing the two most important men in her life go at each other like this. Eyewitnesses said it was so intense that the crowd froze in fear. People expected arguments, sure, but this level of violence? Nobody saw it coming. And now, fans everywhere are left demanding answers about what really led to this shocking moment. The truth is, this fight didn't just come out of nowhere. Tensions between Iman and Aaron have been building up slowly but steadily for months. There have been whispers of jealousy, side comments, and silent battles happening behind the scenes. A lot of it seems to revolve around Teyana's daughter. Iman has reportedly felt like he's being pushed out of her life as Aaron got closer to the family. He's said to be uncomfortable with Aaron's role and involvement in their personal matters. Things hit a boiling point when Aaron allegedly made a few remarks that Iman found completely disrespectful. These weren't just little jabs, they were personal and targeted, and Iman didn't take them lightly. Before this recent fight, the two men had several heated arguments, but they never got physical. That all changed when they ended up at the same event, forced to cross paths once again. Words were exchanged, and in a matter of seconds, fists were flying. According to eyewitnesses, what followed next was pure chaos. The verbal back and forth quickly turned into violent shoving, and then a full-blown fight erupted. Security tried to intervene early on, but both men were completely locked into a brawl. Iman reportedly suffered visible injuries, with blood dripping from his lip and forehead. Aaron didn't walk away unharmed either. He had cuts and bruises, especially around his face and chest. Tables were flipped, chairs knocked over, and multiple people got caught in the struggle while trying to separate them. Several event guests started screaming, some even crying, as they watched things spiral out of control. It took multiple security guards to finally drag both men apart, and even then, the damage had already been done. The floor was stained with blood, and the whole atmosphere turned cold and panicked. The event had to be shut down early, with organizers fearing someone else might get hurt. Teyana Taylor, who had tried so hard to keep peace between Iman and Aaron, was devastated by what she witnessed. Reports say she broke down crying the moment the fight began. She was screaming at them to stop, begging security to let her through, but for her own safety, she was held back. For months, she's been doing everything in her power to keep both men from clashing, especially for the sake of her daughter. But this latest outburst has left her emotionally drained and shaken to the core. Friends close to her say she's never seen Iman this out of control before, and Aaron's injuries only made the whole situation feel even more real. Teyana is now deeply concerned about her daughter's mental well-being and future. She's considering getting a legal order to prevent further exposure to this violent conflict. No mother wants to see her child in the middle of something so toxic. And right now, Teyana feels trapped between two men she once trusted. From Iman's perspective, he says this fight was never his intention. According to him, Aaron provoked him with words that crossed a line too many times. He claims Aaron has been disrespecting him as a father, undermining his role, and using his relationship with Teyana's daughter as leverage. Iman insists he tried walking away multiple times during the night, but Aaron wouldn't let it go. When things turned physical, Iman says he had no choice but to defend himself. He's now showing visible injuries and may press charges depending on how the situation unfolds. Iman believes that Aaron should stay far away from his daughter and has even hinted at taking legal action to ensure that happens. His fans are calling him a protective father who just reached his breaking point. While he regrets how violent things got, Iman is standing by the fact that he acted out of emotion, not malice. This may be the final straw for him, and he's ready to fight legally for his parental rights. On the flip side, Aaron tells a very different story. He denies that he instigated anything and says he was blindsided by the attack. He claims he was just trying to have a calm conversation, and it was Iman who suddenly lost control. Aaron believes Iman is driven by jealousy, especially because of the bond Aaron shares with the child. His close friends say Aaron actually tried to de-escalate the situation before Iman physically lunged at him. Now injured and shaken, Aaron is considering filing a lawsuit for assault. He maintains that he has only ever tried to do the right thing and care for the child the best he could. But with the media spinning stories and old tensions rising, he says he's now become a target. Aaron is reportedly getting legal counsel to protect his own rights and reputation. He's hurt, emotionally and physically, and wants peace just as much as anyone. His side of the story is getting attention too, and the public is split. Once photos and videos of the bloody altercation leaked online, the internet absolutely exploded. Social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with reactions, commentary, and emotional outcries from fans and onlookers alike. Within just a few hours, hashtags such as Cheer Protect Teyana, Cheer Justice for Iman, and Cheer Aaron Stay Away began trending, indicating the scale and intensity of public interest in the incident. People from all walks of life weighed in, sharing their opinions, frustrations, and concerns regarding the individuals involved. While the majority of the public seems deeply unsettled by what unfolded, the perspectives vary widely depending on whom people feel is most at fault. Many believe that Aaron crossed a line and brought the consequences upon himself. They argue that his behavior, whether instigating or retaliatory, was inappropriate and dangerous. On the other hand, there is a significant portion of the public who are pointing fingers at Iman, accusing him of having an uncontrollable temper and saying that he needs serious professional help. Regardless of where their sympathies lie, almost everyone agrees on one painful truth. The child who is caught in the middle of all this chaos does not deserve to be exposed to such a toxic and volatile environment. The well-being of the child has become a focal point in the ongoing public discourse. Many fans and commentators are urging both Iman and Aaron to take a step back and assess their actions, calling for them to seek therapy not just for themselves, but for the sake of the child as well. Some are even suggesting that, at least temporarily, the child should be kept away from both men until things calm down and a safer, more stable situation can be guaranteed. There are calls for both individuals to issue public apologies, acknowledge their mistakes, and commit to making serious changes before even more damage is done to the family dynamic. The intensity of the situation has grown to such a level that even celebrities have started weighing in, expressing concern and offering support to Teyana and her daughter. Their involvement has only further amplified the attention surrounding the altercation, proving that this issue has surpassed typical gossip or online drama. This is now being viewed as a serious matter that could have lasting implications for everyone involved, especially the young child who remains at the heart of the situation. Given how public and violent the altercation was, the possibility of legal action is looming large. If either Iman or Aaron chooses to press charges, the legal fallout could be significant and long-lasting. Police reports, court hearings, and potential jail time are no longer far-fetched possibilities. They're rapidly becoming real considerations. Teyana, for her part, may decide to pursue a protective order to ensure her daughter is shielded from further trauma or potential harm. There are even rumors that the incident has prompted event organizers and public venues to distance themselves from both men, with some already moving to ban them from attending future events to prevent another outbreak of violence. On a more personal and legal front, the implications could be even more complicated. Issues related to custody, visitation rights, and parental responsibility may now come under legal scrutiny. Family lawyers might soon be brought into the picture, potentially kicking off a lengthy and emotionally taxing court battle. Many are predicting that therapy or court-mandated family mediation could be the only viable path forward to resolve things in a way that minimizes harm to the child and stabilizes the situation as much as possible. Without intervention, the cycle of conflict and chaos could continue indefinitely, deepening the wounds already caused. Teyana, who has remained largely silent throughout the ordeal, is reportedly working on drafting a public statement. Her silence has only fueled speculation, as fans and media alike are eager to hear her side of the story and understand how she plans to move forward. People are hoping she will not only address the incident, but also shed light on how she intends to protect her daughter from further harm. The longer she waits to speak, the more theories and assumptions continue to swirl online, creating an atmosphere of tension and uncertainty. What is undeniably clear is that this violent altercation has had, and will continue to have, a profound impact on all three individuals involved. The incident is no longer just a fleeting headline. It has become a defining moment in their lives, one that will leave lasting emotional, psychological, and possibly legal scars. For the sake of the child and everyone involved, many are hoping that the necessary steps are taken, be they legal, therapeutic, or emotional, to prevent any further escalation. The public may eventually move on to the next headline, but the consequences of this fight will follow Teyana, Iman, and Aaron for a very long time. A fight that left blood on the floor, fear in the hearts of bystanders, and a family completely shaken. Iman and Aaron may have just reached a point of no return. Security had to intervene before something tragic happened, and it's a miracle no one was hospitalized. For Teyana, this nightmare is far from over. She's stuck in a storm that she didn't create, trying to protect her child and herself from a toxic environment. Both men have told their sides, but the truth remains murky. What's not unclear is the damage already done, not just to bodies, but to relationships. The public wants accountability, not just words. Social media continues to buzz with theories, blame, and calls for justice. And as this family stands on the edge of deeper conflict, fans everywhere are praying for one thing: peace. Teyana's strength is being tested in every possible way. What happens next won't just affect their careers, it could affect their entire futures.